Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's a hot Monday, and Wendy's bringing you a supersized dose of sizzling hot topics. And Sean Penn and Charlize Theron are taking their relationship to the next level. Chloe Melas from VH1's The Gossip Table has the inside scoop. Plus, celebrity chef Kelsey Nixon heats things up, showing us delicious winter soup recipes. Now, here's Wendy.
I don't know. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Hi, Andre. I'm just glad that you guys made it today. Now, tomorrow might be a whole nother situation. You know we're live out of New York, and you know New York is about to be hit with like 30 inches of snow. It's already snowing outside. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Goodness only knows what it's gonna look like when we finish. Overnight, forget about it. All the schools, most of the schools have half day. Most of your kids have half day today? Which is kind of inconvenient. I'd rather for them to have either the full day of school or no school at all. This whole half day thing, when we're in the middle of our work day, is just not so good. Are you prepared? Did you go shopping yesterday for shovels and salt and food and stuff? So normally on Sundays, I don't like to leave the house, but I went to the grocery store, apparently like half my town, walking around like a drone. And the funny thing about snowstorms is that you end up buying things that you don't normally eat anyway. Like, what am I doing with 3 loaves of different kinds of bread? I barely eat bread, but I figure just in case something pops off, you know, and then you buy more water than you need. And then I like the flavor packets to go in the water. And I'm not even an ice cream eater. Truth be told, I haven't had ice cream in years. I eat like frozen yogurt or none at all, but I bought this gigantic quart of vanilla ice cream. And all the time, the snow brings out the animal in all of us, I think. But it just, yeah. And by the way, if you have tickets for tomorrow's Wendy show, just know this, 30 schmurdy, I'm gonna be here. And hopefully you guys will show up too. It's a big week here at Wendy. On Friday, we have our 1000th show. Seems like just yesterday we were doing our first show. I'm very grateful. It's going to be a black tie affair. If you have tickets for Friday's audience, remember, this is the one time when a bedazzled all the way to the ground gown will be perfect at 10 o'clock in the morning. Men, wear your tuxedos. And my friend Randy Jackson from American Idol, who I've only met one time, but it was a really great meeting. And he's a good talker. Randy's gonna be here on Friday. Yeah. And my personal pick, The Whispers. And I'm not sure what songs they're gonna be doing, but I'm thinking like rock steady. You know what I mean? Like something where we know the words and we can sing along to it. By the way, I want to shout out to Alexandra Shipp. She's the young lady who played my Aaliyah in the Lifetime movie. Alexandra did such a great job with that movie that they actually cast her as Storm in X-Men Apocalypse. So congratulations. That was the role that Halle Berry played, and so now it's my Alexandra. So good for you, young lady. Did you watch the SAG Awards last night on TV? I mean, I was looking for Celebrity Apprentice and turned on NBC and there was a beauty pageant. So then oh, you still watch beauty pageants? Anyway, SAG, though, did have a nice red carpet. That's my favorite part of any award show. Here's some of the fashions that everyone's talking about. They're talking about Viola Davis in Max Mara. I really like this dress. I really like this dress. And her skin has a nice sheen without being shiny. You know what I mean? It looks good on her. She won for her new show, How to Get Away with Murder, which I love that show too. Yes, I love that show also. And then Emma Stone was in Dior. Now, I must tell you, Suzanne led the charge in clapping.
Yeah, I think she looks really pretty.
She looks pretty in that dress.
I love her outfit.
You know, I like the dress, but my thing is, why wouldn't she just go with the jacket and cut away that illusion mesh? Oh. The illusion mesh is something that maybe if an older woman had it on because she's hiding varicose veins or something on her legs. You know, and like the illusion mesh up here, that's, you know, if you have like long boobs, then you might want to cover, you know, wrinkles or something like that up there. But, you know, she's young enough and hot enough that she doesn't really need the illusion mesh. I like these tuxedo dresses. It's not something for everybody. Like, I couldn't wear something like that, but I like looking at her in it. Yeah. And I thought Lupita Nyong'o looked terrific from head to toe. She was wearing Elie Saab. I mean, she just gives such good face. And then this dress isn't for everybody. It's a lot of material for many of us, but she looks beautiful in it, I thought. Sofia Vergara was wearing her best accessory, a Donna Karan dress, and Joe Manganiello, her fiance. I don't really like the illusion mesh on her dress. Illusion mesh to me is very subjective. I don't know about how you all feel about it, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing. I think I could have done without the illusion mesh, but they look terrific together. Some people in my morning meeting were saying their body language is off because there's too much space in between the two of them. And I said, well, he's probably not trying to crush her dress or step on her train. Of course, it was a man who said this in the morning meeting. You know, men always think they gotta be all hugged up and rubbing on something. When we're out, sometimes we don't like all that. And she's showing off her other best accessory, which is this gigantic engagement ring. And I was asked, do I think it's too big? Is a ring ever too big? That's what I say. I don't know when they're getting married, but they certainly make a smart couple. Nice to see them out together on the red carpet. So Lindsay Lohan could be going to jail. Back to jail, that is. Well, she hasn't completed her community service like she was supposed to do. This is the case of like Chris Brown. It's funny how community service seems like such an easy thing to do, but so many people overlook it, kind of like paying taxes. You know what I mean? Like, you know you're supposed to do it, but why do so many people overlook it? Anyway, so she says that she was too sick to do her community service. And, well, you know, she did catch whatever she caught in Bora Bora recently. And there's no cure for it. Wow. They're mean. But she also said that the community service situation was closed down in London, so she wasn't able to do it. But my thing is, she caught the charge for running her Porsche underneath a semi. She's lucky she wasn't decapitated. Anyway, and then she lied and said she wasn't driving. She said it was her assistant driving. Well, you know how sometimes you get in an accident, maybe you switch seats with the... Well, no, we don't do that. But we watch movies and we've seen people do that. So that's what she tried to do, but they caught her, and so she has this community service, and it's over 200 hours, and she went to court about it back in November with her lawyer, Sean Hawley, and the judge said, okay, Lindsay, well, I'm gonna give you, several weeks to finish this community service. Well, now several is up as of Wednesday. Now, it won't be snowing in California, so she should be able to make it to the court just fine. So we find out what's going to happen. That's the hearing. She's got to finish this community service. I say this woman needs to now go to jail. She's got way too many mugshots. Show all the mugshots. I feel like at some particular point she's got to be taught a lesson, and better now than later on in life. Because at least right now, when you teach a young person a lesson, they have time and youth on their side to bounce back and do better. But I just don't feel as though she knows how to do better. So as usual, we'll be watching this story because, like I always say, their business is our business. By the way, shout out to John Legend. This is very random. So when you go out and you get your bread and your milk and your salt and your shovels for the snow, you always stop at the drugstore so you can get, your in case somebody starts to feel sick. So I'm in the drugstore in my town, and it's crowded because it was yesterday, and everybody's getting their last-minute cough medicine and cough drops and condoms, I guess for people who are staying in all weekend to get it in, or next 24 hours. So I'm walking around, I'm getting emery boards and nail polish remover. Next thing you know, the John Legend, his wife Chrissy Teigen, the Marry Me song came on. You know what song I'm talking about? How does it go? All of me? I am walking through with that basket on my arm, crying like a 5-year-old. Just out of nowhere. Aren't there certain songs that get you every time, no matter where you are? Like for me, All of Me gets me every time. I don't care where I am. And then the Home Goods is always playing Luther Vandross' Dance with My Father. Well, that song slays me. Anyway, back to the situation at hand. Okay, so Teresa is in jail, as we know, and it's time for a Teresa update. Hit it. Well, this is Teresa's 22nd day in jail. How you doing, Teresa? Teresa's 14-year-old daughter, Giudice, sat down for an interview with E! News. I want you to observe, she's got a lot of makeup, right? She sat down with E! News. I want you to observe everything, and then we'll talk. Go ahead.
Me and my mom are extremely close.
Yeah.
Like, we're like sisters. And honestly, like, I was with her every step of the way. There were obviously things where, like, she didn't tell me, but I mean, like, basically I was with her every step of the way.
Okay, I have to ask you that. Now, you went to see your mom in Danbury. What was the first visit like? I know she was so happy to see you.
Honestly, it was amazing. Like, she looked so good. Like, it's nothing like anyone would expect. Like, she just looked so amazing, and it was so good seeing her.
Should you I woke up like this?
Yes.
Like a slide.
She had her makeup, they just had her makeup on. It was fun.
There's something so disturbing about all of the above. I'll try to break it down the best way I possibly can. First, at 14, that's a lot of makeup. It's one thing when she's doing a music video with her new all-girl group, or if it happens to be, a Super Sweet 16 party, a special occasion where I know a lot of moms of 13 and 14 years old, let the girl's face get beat. But not to talk to Alicia Quarles on E! She should, and then her mannerisms, she's so, oh my God, me and my mom are best friends. Well, that's part of the problem. Also, stop talking about jail being someplace that it's not like it's supposed to be. Trying to make it sound hot to go to jail. Jail is not hot, jail is not sexy, and I understand that where Teresa is, she's got more makeup than a lot of us do under our makeup cabinets. They sell gold coral lip gloss, organic root olive oil, you know, in the green container. They sell powder foundations, liquid foundations, cocoa butter. Dr. Miracle's breakage cream for your hair. So you can, yes, you can really turn it out when your family comes to visit you. But while I'm all for Teresa not looking her worst, to absolutely have it turned out and to possibly be infusing in her 14-year-old daughter's head that it's okay to do a crime and go to jail is absolutely wrong. And yeah. I don't know why Joe, the father, would even have the little girl speaking out like this. It just seems, am I the only one that just found something wrong with this girl talking to the E! News? Clap if you thought it was okay. Oh, not one person. I'm just saying, Joe, pay attention to what your girls are doing, because right now, that's not real good. Hi, Teresa. Do you remember about 3 weeks ago, I was telling you that Taylor Swift vowed to never show her belly button? Like, she does a midriff, you know, a sliver. She does a midriff, but she went into this whole thing in an article for one of the women's magazines saying, oh, I will never, ever, ever show my belly button. Like, I don't want people to know whether it's an innie, an outie, a flatty, or whether it even exists. So I was like, okay. Well, just 3 weeks later, she was on vacation in Hawaii, and apparently she decided to expose her belly button with a bikini. There she is. There it is. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Well, there it is, in case you're wondering, does she have one? It's an innie. It looks healthy. This is why celebs should stop saying that they would never do something. I mean, we all do it we all do it. You do it in your real life also. You know, I'm never gonna do this, and then you change your mind. It's just that when a celebrity says never, it's a bigger scale because they're talking to millions of people. Oh, who cares? So the other day it was speculation, but today it's really official tishel. Paula Abdul is one of the new judges on So You Think You Can Dance. Me too, I think so also. So this is a show that is similar to Dancing with the Stars, except this show only comes on in the summer. It's been very big for the network for like the past 12 seasons, correct? Mary Murphy, you know, I love Mary Murphy. She's all kinds of crazy, and I mean that in the best way. But they've chosen not to renew Baddie Mary's contract. But that's okay, they replaced her with Baddie Paula, and that's good. That's good. And also, guess who else is joining the cast? Okay, so they're gonna keep Nigel and Simon, a different Simon, not the Cowell, the two white guys. It's Nigel and Simon, and so now Paula Abdul, but they're bringing one more person on the panel. Jason Derulo. Yeah, I like that enough. I mean, his career has never been hotter than it is right now. I know he's been to our show a few times. One time he performed, so I didn't really get a chance to get his personality, you know, because he's standing with the microphone and performing. But the other time that he came was recently when, well, last year, right? When he and Jordan were still together, and they came and they sat on the couch, but it was the two of them. So I wasn't really able to hone in on his personality. Because, you know, when you're gonna be one of these judges, you've got to come not just with criticizing, but you have to have a personality if you're going to be on the TV. And so my thought with Jason is that if he and Paula can by chance bond over meals and drinks several times a week before the show actually starts taping. That way, they will already have a relationship that'll be as smooth as butter. You know what I mean? Like don't wait until the first day of the show to get out there and realize that you all don't have much to talk about. Like, get your chemistry going now. And good luck to Paula, and good luck to Jason. And good luck to Nigel and Simon. Simon's not going to be a judge anymore?
Just Nigel,
Just
Paula,
Nigel?
and Jason.
Does Nigel have a good personality?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Does Nigel have a good personality? Is he a little crazy, like our kind of people? Perfect. Then So You Think You Can Dance this summer, yeah. Friend to the show, Pete Wentz, is finally revealing what exactly happened to his marriage to Ashley Simpson. You know, you might say, well, why is he still talking? Well, they do have a son together, Bronx, and it's probably important that when he is asked about his ex-wife, Ashley, that he has something civilized to say. So, by the way, he looks really good with that blonde hair that we just showed, doesn't he? Yeah. Very cute. Anyway, he said things changed when his band, the Fall Out Boy, remember, when they went on hiatus and he stopped working, things kind of changed in his life, and he's copping to it. Here's some of what he says. He says, we took time off and I basically became Mr. Mom. I had the beard, the flannel shirt. I didn't know what my identity was. That factored in. When your identity is what you do, it's hard when you stop doing it. I get it. So he was a rocker, and he was only 29 when he married Ashley, and Ashley was like 25 or something. Not that 29 is too early to get married, but it might be, you know, because that's like right on the cusp. I think that your 20s are for being single and footloose and fancy-free, figuring out who you are. But 29, I guess, might be an okay time to get married. The problem is that when he first got married, he had the band, so he was touring, and he had his, you know, Pete Wentz identity. But then, you know, once they had the baby Bronx, you know, babies add dynamics brand new into relationships, particularly if you're in your 20s and your band is on hiatus and you're trying to figure out who you are. So he didn't blame her. He just blamed it on youth and inexperience. So that's a man. Good for you. Keep clapping. We've got more great show! Celebrity chef Kelsey Nixon is here, and Kelsey is gonna show us how to make some delicious soups to keep us warm and cozy for the winter. But up next, the gossip tables. Chloe Melas is here with the inside scoop on Sean Penn and Charlize Theron and how they're ready to take their relationship to a whole nother level. Don't go far. We've got a saying here at Wendy. Celebrities, their business is our business. So you know, we have all the juicy hot topics. And to get ready for the big game, we scored a TD. Tony Danza, that is. He's the boss, and he's here.
Wednesday on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. It is time for the Inside Scoop, here with some juicy stories from HollywoodLife.com and VH1's The Gossip Table. Say hello to our young friend, Chloe Melas. So, Chloe, I want to talk about Sean Penn and Charlize Theron and little Jackson, who's only 3.
I know. Okay, so this couple, they have really kept the relationship private for the past year that they have been dating. Can you believe that they've been together a year? Well, it turns out that Sean wants to take their relationship to the next level, and he has reportedly filed papers to adopt her 3-year-old son, Jackson, who she adopted in 2012. Now, the fans are on both sides of the fence when it comes to this issue because everybody loves them together, but he already has 2 children with his ex-wife, Robin Wright, and they haven't been together that long. So here's the other thing, though. Are they engaged? Well, everybody is talking about this huge rock, as you can see in that photo, that she was spotted wearing on her right hand, because, of course, they want to keep us all guessing.
Right.
And they reportedly got engaged in this huge, gorgeous engagement in Paris over Christmas. But I have an issue with this, Wendy, and I want to know if you do, too, because they aren't even married yet. Should he be adopting her son if they haven't even taken that next step in their relationship?
Then you and I agree with each other. I'm sorry, I just feel, you know, it's enough to raise children. It's even more probably difficult when you're raising an adoptive child who also does not look like a member of your family.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying. He's a little black boy. Nothing wrong with this, but I just feel like they've only been together for a year, and even though this is mature love, I feel like Jackson is the one who will lose out the most if they break up. He does not need to be adopting her. Now, they don't have to get married, but certainly they can live together in love and adopt children of their own and keep Jackson just Charlize's.
Which is what he also wants to do. He wants to expand their family, adopt more children. But here's the other thing. They've tried to date before in the past, and it didn't work.
Those two?
Yeah. So they've been friends for a very, very long time. There were rumors of a possible romance before, but this is the longest stretch that they have really been together for the past year. So the fact that it didn't maybe work the first time, and they think it's going to work this time,
how long
then you
ago
need to
was that?
They've known each other for years,
No, how long
Wendy.
ago did they date?
A couple years ago, there were rumors that maybe they dated just a little bit. So the fact that they would be trying it again for maybe the second time around, I don't think that they should be thinking about adopting anybody right now.
I think that Jackson's the one who will lose out.
I definitely do. But I do love them as a couple.
I love them as a couple too.
Yes.
And I love their mature love. Let's talk about Taylor Swift.
Yes. Okay. So Taylor Swift and Katy Perry have had this ongoing feud for a while now, and I just love this, but I just wish that they would get along. So Katy Perry's ex, Diplo, who she dumped for John Mayer, in case you didn't know, so he will not stop talking about Taylor Swift, saying some really bad stuff. So we all know that he said that he hoped that Taylor would get a bigger booty and that he wanted to raise money to help her buy a bigger booty.
On Kickstarter.
Okay? So that's super offensive, number one. Now he's come out in the February issue of GQ, and he says that Taylor is very strategic with her friends and her enemies, which I don't really see anything wrong with that. She's a big star, okay?
Yes.
Then he also says he knows even more secrets about her, that he's not going to tell anybody about it because Taylor Swift's fans have been so mean to him on Twitter. He says they are the worst people in the world. He says they are evil, mean-spirited, disgusting. So hold up, I'm a Taylor Swift fan. So does that mean that I'm an evil, horrible person? No, it does not.
But let me just say, in case you're not familiar with Diplo, he's a very, very popular, very well-paid DJ.
Yes.
But he's not more popular and more well-paid than Taylor Swift. I feel as though for Taylor to even acknowledge Diplo's presence is her dipping down to talk about somebody.
You know what she's going to do? She's just going to write a song about Diplo because that's what she does.
But you know, and here's my other thing. There is nothing that you could tell me about Taylor Swift. I don't know what kind of secrets that he's, you know, threatening to expose.
I think I know what they are. She does not do drugs. She does not party late. She doesn't even really drink. So all he could say is that, what, she's a tough boss. She likes her clothes color coordinated. I mean, what's he going to say about her?
That's what I was saying when I was thinking about this story in Hair and Makeup this morning. I was like, there's only one thing that he could say that would absolutely topple me, and that would be if she does drugs. And I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about harder drugs.
She's at home every single night with her two cats.
Meredith and the other one.
And she hangs out with Carly Kloss, and all they do is do yoga. So she's not getting into anything other than some Pilates.
Oh, Diplo, stay out of women's business. You sound like a girl. Okay, this is the last story. Everybody's talking about Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling because?
Because they were spotted out for the first time since they had their little baby girl, Esmeralda, 4 months ago. But they are the king and queen of keeping their relationship super private. As you know, she wasn't even spotted out pregnant until she was like 8 months along. Wait a long time or what? And so now they went to this Dawn Rickles comedy show. I love her little turban, by the way.
I love that they went to see Dawn Rickles.
I know. So Ryan loves Dawn Rickles, one of his idols, but they were spotted out together. She looks gorgeous. They look happy together.
Yeah.
They're rarely ever spotted on a red carpet. But here's the thing. I think they enjoy everybody trying to get that photo and chasing after them, because if they just showed a picture of their baby, if they just were a little bit more open with their relationship, people wouldn't get so obsessed with them, and they would leave them alone. I mean, there are paparazzi, Wendy, camped in front of their house day in and day out.
Weren't there rumors prior to her delivering Esmeralda that their marriage was in trouble?
Well, they're not married
yet.
Relationship. They're not even engaged yet.
Right.
And yes, there have been reports for a while, even before she even got pregnant, that maybe they were going to be breaking up and that they were on and off. And their reps have both said that they have no plans to take their relationship to the next level and get married. And she has openly said she doesn't even want to get married. And she also had said at one point that she didn't even want kids. So she's going back on her words a little bit. I just wish that they would be a little bit more public.
Yes.
Because then they won't have the paparazzi camped out in front of their house. And they'll be able to breathe, and she can go grocery shopping.
Nice-looking couple, though. Thank you, Chloe.
They are so cute.
Chloe Melas, everybody. For more information about these stories, check out the Gossip Table on VH1. Everybody, this is Chloe Melas. Give it up for her. Hot Topic Sound Off is next.
Nixon Show, from one very honest lady to another very honest lady.
Thank you, Judge Judy. I love her. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Linda Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Glenda Lisa. It's time for our Hot Topic Sound Off. This is where my co-hosts get a chance to state their opinions on today's Hot Topics. So what are we talking about?
I want to sign off on Lindsay Lohan. I disagree with you. She went to jail, tried it. She needs to reinvent herself. She needs to get away from all the movie cameras, TV media cameras, everything.
Where should she go?
Well, she's too spoiled and too entitled and too rich. She needs to be sent to a refugee camp.
Good idea. That's good. That's good.
To work with no makeup, no money, and help people really in need and start from the bottom up.
Good idea. Perfect idea. Okay, have a seat. Next comments. Are you ready? Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm Teresa, so I'm signing off today on Teresa's daughter, Gia. So, looking at the picture, she's wearing too much makeup. She's too grown. She's growing up too fast, and I think it's not cute to be talking about your mother in prison or even... I mean, it's okay to visit your mother in prison, but it's like it's okay, and she shouldn't grow up thinking, okay, it's okay to go to prison. And I just think Teresa and Joe, basically, they need to teach her how to stay out of grown folks' business.
I like your comment. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have time for another. Hello. Come on out.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Juan. How you doing?
How you doing, Juan?
I want to sound off on Paula Abdul.
Okay.
I'm listening to my mother. She is a phenomenal dancer. Why has she not been on the show earlier?
I've been saying this all along. Between that show and Dancing with the Stars, took them a long time.
We've loved her so much on Idol, but now you're putting her in her groove. She was dancing straight up now, tell you.
Yes,
she knows.
yes.
She knows what it is.
Yes.
She could do it, Wendy. She could do it.
Yes, we know she can. Do we have any more? No, we don't. Up next, everybody, we are going to be making some comfort food in the Wendy kitchen, so don't go far.
999 episodes have all led up to this.
Our 1000th show.
See all the unforgettable moments. And don't miss the surprise announcement. 1000.
That's a lot of how you doing.
Friday on an all-new Wendy.
Welcome back. A bowl of hot soup is the ultimate comfort food during the cold winter months. So here with some delicious recipes to keep us warm is our friend Kelsey Nixon. I'm so glad you're here. Kelsey, thank you so much. All right, it smells delicious here in the Wendy kitchen.
Yes.
What are we making today?
So we are making a roasted corn and potato chowder. Delicious, got a little spice, and then some French onion soup, a classic.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so we're gonna get started with the chowder. We're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, and the base of this is some leeks, and then Wendy, I'm gonna have you add this, some poblano chili, and I know you like some heat.
I do, I love a lot of heat. Should I put all this in?
Put all of that in.
Okay.
Let's go all in.
Now, let me ask you about leek. Leek is onion.
It's onion.
It's onion.
It's basically, in fact, you could swap an onion if you like. It has a slightly more delicate flavor that I like, a little garlicky too.
Also, leek is a little drier than onion.
Absolutely.
Onion adds a lot of moisture.
And if you're that person that cries when you cut onions,
yeah,
try leeks.
Okay.
It's not quite as bad.
Perfect.
All right. So while this gets going, you would take corn on the cob and some potatoes, and you'd roast this under the broiler for about 3 to 5 minutes till it got nice and toasty. We'd cut that corn off the cobs.
Yes.
Add this in here. Then we've also got our potatoes.
Okay, you've diced the potatoes.
Diced potatoes as well.
Regarding a canned corn, like I'm not a canned corn person.
Sure.
We don't have a lot of cans even in the house. I like corn on the cob. And even at the end of August, I will freeze a lot of it for my winter recipes.
So smart. So I'm glad that you like corn on the cob because we're going to use these cobs.
Okay.
So beyond this, we're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some fresh thyme. Then the base for this is some chicken broth or stock. And then because it's a chowder, we are going to add some heavy cream. Now, if you want to lighten it up, you could do all chicken broth.
All chicken broth.
But I like you too much to not give you the cream.
Yeah, no, I like full fat everything. Why not? It's winter.
So since you like the cob so much, they're going right in here.
Now, why are you doing that?
Because it's going to infuse that corn flavor throughout.
Okay.
It's really, really delicious.
Okay.
So after this simmers for about 25 to 30 minutes, you've got this and you got to go hunting for the cobs.
Yeah, pull them out.
You got to pull the cobs out, but that flavor is just going to be unreal. And then once you dish this guy up, we're going to top it with some avocado, some red onion.
So this is not an all-day affair. fair. You can make this for your family within an hour.
I do like to finish it with a little bit of cayenne pepper and some scallions. I really like the heat paired with the chowder as well because it's creamy, it's hearty, it's delicious.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What do you think? You like Wendy? It's good, right? A little sweet?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Good, I'm glad. So this one's a little bit, fun. Something that you don't have every day. Now, French onion soup.
It's so hearty.
Mean, everyone needs to know how to make French onion soup.
Yeah.
Now, we start with a stick of butter. Once again, because I like you,
A full
Lindsay,
stick.
We're starting with full stick. This is 2 pounds of onions. This is about 4 large onions. This is going to go into the butter, and the key here is to cook these onions low and slow. So for about 30 minutes.
So they're good and brown.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want. So just salt, pepper, add a little bit of thyme in here as well. And you got to be patient with those onions, because if you burn them, then you ruin it. You got to go slow.
Do you cook them with the top on?
You can cook them with the top on, but I like to pull it off really slow because it starts to caramelize them.
And
it condenses that
And you're not
flavor.
putting any water in them. It's just...
Nope. It's just the butter, and there's water in the onions already, so it'll simmer down. Now, once we get to this point, we're going to add about a tablespoon of flour. It's going to thicken these up.
Okay.
You want to add about a cup of wine in here? Just a dry white wine?
Sure.
Just go for it. There we go. Perfect. Now, the key to the base for this French onion soup is I'm using half beef broth or stock and half chicken.
Okay.
And it adds like a little more depth of flavor.
All right.
I love it. It's really,
now, I don't
really
see
good.
any garlic on the whole table for either thing. Like, I'm a garlic-holic, and the idea that there's no garlic, but I'm not missing it.
You're not missing it. Good.
Flavorful.
You could add it, though. If you loved it, it's not going to ruin anything. So then we get to this point. We let this simmer for a bit. Now, typically, you get a big old piece of bread on top of your French onion soup, right? I like using croutons because then every bite, you get a little bit of bread.
Good idea.
Right on top. Then I like a nice melty Gruyere cheese that goes on.
Gruyere, not Swiss?
You could use Swiss. I like the taste of Gruyere better, but whatever you like.
All right.
And then this is going to go in a broiler. There you go. For about 2 to 3 minutes, just until it gets nice and bubbly. It's going to look like this, Wendy.
Don't you guys love...
I mean, forget about it, right?
Is it going to be too hot to taste?
No, you'll be fine.
All right.
Give it a quick blow. There we go.
Oh.
Done, right?
It's perfect.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
You've got to go to wendyshow.com and check out these recipes. They won't take you all day to make, and they're delicious. Kelsey Nixon, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Thanks,
and make sure that you pick up a copy of Kelsey's book. It's called Kitchen Confidence. It's in stores now. Ask Wendy is next. There's so much more of The Wendy Show at wendyshow.com. Watch must-see moments, catch my after show, and enter for your chance to win some amazing free stuff. Check out wendyshow.com today.
Hey, Wendy, just wanted to say congratulations on your 1000th episode. You're killing it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for always being so sweet every time I come on your show. Can't wait to come back. I love you.
Thanks, Paris. Okay, it's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hey, Wendy, my name is Raina. How you doing?
Hi, Raina.
All right, so I've been with my boyfriend for almost 2 years, and those 2 years, I've gained over 40 pounds. Now, when I try to lose the weight, my boyfriend gets really upset, and he tells me that he loves me curvy, and then he feeds me food. All right. I really want to lose the weight, but I don't want to upset him. What should I do?
How old are you, Raina?
I'm 20.
Okay. There are a lot of men, and it's really jacked up, but women know where I'm going with this. There are a lot of men who like to make their girls fat because they feel that that will keep them unto them.
Yeah.
You won't be as desirable when you get on the subway.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like insecure jerks. Something tells me she's involved with one of these insecure young boys who wanted you to gain this weight. You lose, I mean, how do you lose the weight? Silently.
Okay.
And look, you're only 20 years old. If a man is holding you back now, he's going to hold you back more later. This is probably not even the man for you. And you've got a few months before summer starts, and you can be back to what you were. And single. Okay. Good luck, Raina.
Thank you.
Good luck. How you doing?
Hey, Wendy. My name is Brenda. ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
So, Wendy, I have a 6-month-old son who was born on your birthday.
July 18th?
Yes!
Yay!
And my friend of almost 20 years hasn't even made an attempt to meet him. But over the Christmas holidays, she kind of secretly tried to send him gifts to my mom. And it made me feel a certain kind of way. And I sent them back. Do you think I was wrong? I'm kind of losing sleep over it. Do you think I was wrong?
After I had Kev, I had a couple of people who didn't make an attempt, and I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm just saying, my hormones were flying, and I didn't have a lot of time for a lot of nonsense.
It's been 6 months, Wendy.
And it's been 6 months. Can you call her up and tell her why you sent the gifts back?
For what?
Okay. You know what? You're a new mom, and you're busy.
I'm not.
Yes, you were. So what's your question to me?
Do you think I was wrong to send them back? Because I thought that if I kept the gifts, it'd be materialistic, or I had to give her a fake
it was not wrong. It was very big of you to send them back.
Okay.
Yes. Congratulations, new mom.
Thank you.
Pop quiz is next. Don't go far. Welcome back. It's time for Pop Quiz, where I test an audience member's knowledge on today's hot topics. Let's meet our player. Who are you? Where are you from?
My name's Khadija. I'm from D.C.
What do you do for yourself there? How you doing? What do you do there?
I'm a hostess.
All right, very
Yes.
nice. Okay, here's your pop quiz question. Don't help her, okay? Okay, which pop star, we talked about this on Hot Topics, which pop star will be a judge on the upcoming season of So You Think You Can Dance? Is it A, Chris Brown, B, Jason Derulo, or C, Usher?
Oh, I know this. Jason Derulo.
Yes! Okay, one more.
Okay.
Which body part was Taylor Swift hesitant to reveal? A, her calf, B, her booty, or C, her belly button?
Her belly button.
Yes! Congratulations, Khadija! We are sending you home with 2 years free Netflix. Congratulations! We'll be right back. Time today. I want to thank my guests, my co-hosts, my studio audience. Tomorrow, sorry. I forgot I had the mint in on account of the onions that I was eating with the soup. But Donald Trump's going to fire some people tonight on Celebrity Apprentice, and they will be here tomorrow. Plus, People's Style Watch magazine is going to be here to show us the winter's hottest accessories. If you have tickets for tomorrow's show, I am telling you 30 inches of snow is not keeping me home. So I will see you bright and early in the morning. I love you for watching.